Hi everyone, on this channel I create videos packed with lots of great information. So if you want to learn something new, subscribe to my channel. In general, I think it's our duty as American citizens to vote, and I've learned over the years that the best way for me to vote is absentee. Let me show you how. I live in Ohio, so I'm going to show you how to do it as an Ohio voter, but the process is probably relatively similar in your state. In Ohio, all voters whose registration information is up to date have the opportunity to vote in any election from the convenience of their own homes by requesting an absentee ballot. And that's kind of the beauty of it, in my opinion. You're able to do this from the convenience of your own home. Let me show you why that's important. This is the official Republican primary ballot for the county where I live. And if you just take a quick look through it, you can see there's lots going on. And in fact, where I live, there's also going to be a resolution that we need to vote on. And honestly, I've never even heard of this resolution. So if I was at the election polling location and I had to vote right at that moment, I'd have to read this, understand it, and make an educated decision right on the spot. And I don't really have the ability to do that. I need time to think it out, to do some research, and determine how I really want to vote. This right here is an example of the Democratic primary ballot, and you can see there's just as much going on. It's just confusing. There's a lot that needs to be researched in order to make an informed decision. So as you can see already, absentee voting has many benefits. I mentioned that it's really convenient. You can also vote early, so once you request an absentee ballot and it's sent to you, you can fill it out, do whatever research you need to do, and send it in weeks before the election. You don't need to vote on a particular day. So of course you also get to avoid any long lines that there might be at the polling location. And an interesting thing in Ohio, maybe this is the same thing in other states as well, absentee ballots are the first ballots counted. So your absentee ballot will indeed count. So how do you vote absentee? Voters who want to vote absentee need to fill out an application, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. Once you fill out the application, you send it in. They will send you a ballot. You fill out the ballot, send it in, and you're done. So where do you get an application for an absentee ballot? What I recommend that you do is Google your state and the word elections, and then you'll find lots of information about how to vote. I live in Ohio, so I'm going to put in Ohio elections. In Ohio, election information is coordinated by the Ohio Secretary of State, so that website comes up as the first option. When I click on that, I get this website right here. So now if you just scroll down a little bit, there's some information specifically for voters. If you click on that, you get this website right here. In Ohio, and probably in most states, elections are run by individual counties and their boards of election. So what I'm going to do is scroll down just a little bit, and right here I can see a directory for the county boards of election. When I click that link, I find this right here. And I've already scrolled down to my individual county, Muskingum County, and from there I can see the website for that particular county's Board of Elections. And if I click that link, I get this web page right here. So we had to click a couple links to get to where we want to be. Another way to find where we need to be is to probably just Google your county's name and the phrase Board of Elections. Once we're at our county's Board of Elections website, it's usually pretty easy to find what you need. And I can see here right on the front page, there's a link for absentee ballot links. And the first option is download absentee ballot request. This is the form you need. If you click on that, you're going to get this form opened up right here. So this is the application that you need. At this point, you can print it off, fill it in by hand, and then send it off to your county board of election location. What I'm going to do is fill it out with you so you can see what needs to be done. And in order to do that, I'm going to download it and open it up in Adobe Reader. All right, now that it's open, I'm just going to put in some general information. So of course you need to put in your name. You're going to need your date of birth, whatever that might be. You're going to need your street address, and this is the address at which you're registered to vote. So those addresses need to match, so that's important. My county puts in the county name already. Put in the city. Put in your zip code. This right here is asking you for your mailing address, and that's required only if your mailing address is different from the address at which you're registered to vote. Mine is the same. At this point, we're going to scroll down a little bit, and here's where the form is asking for some specific identification, and you have some options. You can see where it says you can provide your Ohio driver's license number or the last 4 digits of your social security number, or you can use this method right here. The first 2 methods are much easier. Let's just say the last 4 digits of my social security number are 1234. At this point, you need to write in the date of the election that you're interested in voting in, absentee, and my local office already puts in the date of the next upcoming election. But now you need to pick which type of ballot you want. So if you want a Democratic ballot, of course you'd select that. If you want a Republican ballot, you would select that, and so forth. And at this point, you're pretty much done. You just need to put in the date. And then you can print it off and sign the form, and then again, send it off to your local Board of Elections. Many states and counties have a method for allowing you to check on your application after you send it in. Let me show you how you can do that. For my county, I'm going to go back to the Board of Elections website, and I'm going to come down here again where it says Absentee Ballot Links. And you see there's an option for Check Absentee Status. Let's click that. Now, I just sent in my absentee request form, so they have not received it yet. So instead of looking for that most recent form and figuring out what its status is, I'm going to select instead the absentee ballot that I submitted from the last general election when we were voting in a president. That's from 2016. I'm going to put in my last name, my first name, and then click Submit. So there are a few things that I want to point out. It shows my name, it shows my address, it shows the application date, it shows that I sent it in by mail, it shows that they sent me the ballot on a particular date via the mail, and it shows that they received my ballot on a particular date via the mail. But it's really this last part that I find most interesting. After they received my ballot, it says they approved my ballot for counting on that particular date, and it says very specifically, your ballot has been received and will be included in the election night results. So I'm really pretty interested in tracking my application from this year to see when they get it, when they're going to send me the ballot, and then once I send back that ballot, I want to see that they've gotten it and that my vote is going to count in the election night results. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it was, be sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. And of course, don't forget to vote.